Well, hello, Facebook. We are here live from Fonte for the Take It From Tara. And we're going to be talking about Queen's Daughter, as well as an event coming up here at Fonte's Wednesday, October 30th. And all you ladies out there in Facebook land, take a listen.
I love it. That was the best introduction I think we've had all day on this show. Thank you so much. Yes, it is Take It From Tara time, and really everybody has assembled for the greater good because today I hit a landmark birthday, and I can't think of a nicer place to celebrate. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And with my friends at Fonte's, Mary being one of the Fontes. Thank you so much, Mary, for being here.
Sure.
Go ahead and let's just go around the circle and let everybody introduce themselves and tell us your role in Queen's Daughters, and then we're going to come back to Miss Joyce and ask her to explain exactly what it is. So Mary, go ahead and start.
Okay, well, I'm Mary Fonte, one of the owners with my husband Leo, and we are happy to host the Queen's Daughters meet and greet on this Wednesday night. I believe it's 7?
It's from 5 to 7.
Oh, 5 to 7.
Yeah, 5 to 7.
It's going to be fun. And if you are interested in joining an organization that likes to fundraise and help others with the women, this is where you need to be.
Wow, that's fantastic.
We are going to, when you enter, the first 60 people will get a little treat bag. We are going to have...
No tricks, just lots of treats.
No tricks, just treats.
You will have sangria, white or red wine, free in-house coffee, and a few little appetizers. And I think the other ladies here can tell you more about Queen's Daughters, but I do know a little bit background from when I was growing up in a Catholic school. I know that they used to help a home for unwed mothers, and they used to have scholarships for one student to go to a Catholic high school, and
those, even that phraseology is is colloquial because what is an unwed mother anymore? But
exactly.
Helping underprivileged women, helping women who are underserved, helping people who are single parents who desperately need support and may not get it,
and desire the education.
And desire the education is a great point. Mary, thank you for your hospitality.
Sure.
We love this place.
Good.
Yeah.
Where's Leo?
He's resting.
I love that, man. It's because you wear him out. You guys
That's
work
right.
so hard.
That's right.
So many days of the week. It's not even funny. My dear friend Joyce Jennings, thank you for inviting me to do this along with Caroline Knapp. We appreciate
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about you and your involvement in Queen's Daughters.
Well, I am president of Queen's Daughters.
Good Lord.
After 3 years of joining, they are like, oh, I think you'd be a good president. So I'm like, well, here I am. But we're so here I am. No, but the Blessed Mother, I feel is our guide for the Queen's Daughters. So I figure, she might have had just kind of said, okay, it's your turn.
Let's go to
do
Fonte's.
this.
That's what she said.
She said to come here, but she also said to get on this board and invite some women to join. And
that's right.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We want to meet new women because our organization is, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to look at you or the camera.
Talk to me. I'm much better looking than the camera.
You definitely are. But the organization is 105 years old.
Wow.
Yes, but
That's amazing.
there are over 100 women that were born after 1930.
Isn't that
Still in the
interesting?
organization.
Wow.
So they love it and they're devoted, but we need some new
Fresh
members
blood?
for us to thrive and go another 100 years.
Susan, how about you?
Well, my name's Susan Stroring, and I've been in Queen's Daughters about 2 years.
Great.
And like Joyce, sitting at the table with her at one of the functions was a day of reflection, and now I'm third vice president.
Have a lunch with Joyce and you get booed
It
with
doesn't
everything.
take long to get involved.
Well, Joyce has a lot of fun, and she brings it her life to life.
She does.
So that's
She does. We
is.
hit it off, and we had a good time.
Absolutely.
And I love the organization. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Fantastic. Barbara?
Well, I am the one who's been around for a long
There you
time.
go. There you go.
Yay.
I've been in for...
But you're not pre-1939.
No, I'm not that old. But
No.
I have been in for about 36 years since my kids were
Fantastic.
very little.
Fantastic.
I joined when we actually had a junior circle
Wow.
as well as the Queen's Daughters.
I remember hearing that.
But we dissolved the junior circle in 1988 and we all came together in one big organization.
Wow.
And I'm a past president, and right now I'm serving as first vice president.
Very Very good. So she's got a good advisor.
Absolutely.
Well, I
Great
try.
news. That is great news. Well, let me just tell you who's already tuned in. My friend Brad Leedy from Bridgehaven Mental Health Services, Glenda Adkins, one of the foremost homeless outreachers in the city, Lee Chotner's watching, Brittany Thomas of Companion Pet Behavior Solutions is here, Jim Engel, thank you for tuning in. Stephen Fonte's here.
All right,
Hey,
Stephen.
Sheila Bishop, Rebecca Eves, a fabulous animal rescuer, Angie Webb Greenup, who is the animal control officer in Bullitt County, who has brought the Bullitt County Animal Shelter to new heights. We appreciate your work. Eric Cooper is watching from the Pilots Union. Russell Swiger, thank you. Thank you, Eric. Thanks for wishing the happy birthdays during the show. We're talking to a bunch of beautiful women who honor Mary, who is the Mother of God, in the Catholic Church known as the Blessed Mother, and also the Queen, and obviously the Queen's daughters are those who follow the guidance of Mary, which I think is really cool. When I was born in a Catholic family, they consecrated the children to the care of the Blessed Mother. And so, you know, you have a particular affinity for,
You do.
you know, and a lot of people believe that, you know, I should only pray to God. And nobody's praying to the Blessed Mother. Nobody's praying to the saints. They're asking for intercession.
That's
I
right.
think that's
Thank
an
you
important thing
for explaining
to
that, yeah.
explain, too.
Right.
Talk to
Absolutely.
us, Susan, a little bit about that, because I think that would be something that would be helpful to clarify.
Well, this is the way I view it. It's like if you know the mother of a doctor or something, you know, you might ask her if she could talk to him about maybe
Getting you an
helping,
earlier appointment.
something like that. Yeah. And you know, especially with my teenage son, I
Absolutely.
called on Mary a lot to help me and to pray for him and all that. So Mary, I have great devotion for Mary.
Isn't that interesting?
Important in our lives.
Absolutely. And I think that one of the important things to mention, too, and I think all of us have been raised in the Catholic Church in
Right.
some form or another, whether you're born into it, you become a part of it, whatever, you know. Catholicism touches a lot of lives, and this was a heavily Catholic community
Right.
Yes.
with immigrants from Germany
Right.
and
Absolutely.
from Ireland
Ireland.
and from places
Right.
where, you know, the Catholic Church just thrived and survived and translated itself.
And that's what the
Right.
Catholic Church did.
Yep.
They helped others.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it still is a very social advocacy oriented arm of religion in this world.
Catholic Charities.
Absolutely.
Right.
They give a huge amount of help.
I know it.
When you're a Queen's daughter, when
Yes.
you're part of this organization,
Yes.
give me an example of some of the social advocacy work that you would do.
Good.
Well, what we do, we support, and I heard you say something earlier. We now give scholarships to 4 students. I think I heard you say 1 back in the day.
I did.
4 students, oh, you did. 4 students to go to help them finance their way, not full scholarships, but for 4 years, 4 students.
To go to high school or
High
college?
school. High school.
At a
High
Catholic school?
Catholic
Yes.
high school.
That's amazing.
Just female? Is it just girls, or is it boys
No,
too?
boys too.
Okay.
In
Wow.
fact, this year I
More
think
boys
we
than
had
girls.
3 boys
Clarified,
and 1
It's
girl.
2 boys and 2 girls
2 boys.
every year.
Perfect.
That's
So-
wonderful.
Love that.
Yeah.
Because we all know how the tuition continues to
Oh, my
rise.
That's
gosh.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh
And then
gosh.
with Catholic Charities, we help support, or do we fully support? Barbara knows more than I do, the infant care
Well,
program.
we help support. We don't fully support, but we help Mother Infant Care.
Hey, any support is great.
Right. We've given them like $10,000 every year for the last few years.
That's a lot.
That's great.
We also help man. They have like a clothes closet for the babies that they give to the stuff to the mothers, and we give them like car seats or beds when they finish the instructional program
Phenomenal.
as well.
Phenomenal. I love that.
Yeah.
Do the kids who are do they get to choose which Catholic high school they're going to go to?
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
What they do is we have principals recommend. We send letters to the principals, and they're allowed to recommend 2 boys and 2 girls.
Nice.
And then
And this is from grade school, or I guess
yes,
middle
from the
school.
grade
Yeah,
schools,
8th
from
grade.
all the grade schools throughout
Okay.
the archdiocese.
Great.
We take in the applications, and there's a committee of us. There's about 5 or 6 of us that read the applications, and
Do the students get to tell their story too, or is it just
right.
from the
No,
principal?
the parents write about their needs, like if there's a special need in the family, or sometimes we've had grandparents who are raising kids, and so they tell their story. The student has to write a letter about why they want a
Right.
Catholic education.
Good.
So, and many of those are very, very touching.
I bet they are.
And then the principal will also write a letter that tells why they feel like that child is deserving of the scholarship.
Great.
And I'll tell you, I've sat on the scholarship committee, and
bet you
it
cried.
is tough.
You want to help them all.
I mean, we can only give 4 every year,
How
and
many
it's like
apply?
heartbreaking.
Ask her. How many.
Some years we'll have 10 or 15 of each, boys and girls. Some years we'll have 20 or more.
Wow.
So
The need is
it just
growing.
depends.
The need is growing.
It is.
You know, with the issues of homelessness that we have in our city, and the throwaway society
Right.
that we have, and children are some of the most vulnerable of all the vulnerable populations. So for that, I thank you for getting those kids educations. And when you say you don't help a lot, that's a complete understatement. You do help a lot. Let me just be here to tell you.
Right.
Thank
We
you.
can't fund the whole thing, and we wish we could fund all of the kids and give them all scholarships. But our criteria is usually need,
Yes.
grades, and then of course what they've done as far as volunteerism and
Yeah.
other things.
Well, it's like every scholarship and every organization, you know, has to have a certain mission statement and a certain set of criteria that you follow. So that's fantastic. So when you, once again, when you become a Queen's Daughter, you have many options for service because it's a service organization. It's somewhat similar to Knights of Columbus for the men of the Catholic Church, which is also a service organization. And you know, the things that the Knights do are just a little bit different because they're set up differently, but the whole concept is they're lay ministers or people who are not consecrated, who are not sisters and who are not priests, who are supporting the good works of the church, which I think is really important to explain because people really don't understand it.
They
You know,
don't.
in non-Catholic churches, in what they used to call Protestant churches or in Christian denominations, a huge amount of work is done by volunteers. And nobody stops to think about the fact that, you know, in the Catholic Church it's pretty much the same thing because one priest and a couple of nuns just can't do all the work that's required in a parish.
Right.
And we have combined parishes now, and we have parishes that are, you know, one priest serves 2 or sometimes 3 parishes. We've got Father Eifler's never going to be able to retire. He's 83 years old and he still celebrates Mass 4 mornings and 1 night a week.
I know it.
Because we don't have enough, you know,
Well, that's it. There's
vocations.
not that many people that are signing up to be nuns anymore.
That's exactly
Priests
right.
or even brothers, Severian brothers, or
Yeah,
what have you.
it's really scary.
The junior high students in the Catholic schools do a lot also. When I was
That's
teaching
great.
religion to them, we would go down to Catholic charities and organize apartments and sort clothing, and you teach them so that they know what to do as they get older.
Well, Linda
Yeah.
Steidel Sparrow just tuned in, and she said Catholic high school is the best money ever spent, especially when they apply to college. And we have excellent, we have great public schools, but we have excellent Catholic high schools too. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook page over the weekend, but I had the woman who taught me music for 12 years, Sister John Therese, came to Louisville for a religious formation convention. And Sister Twee came with her, who is a lovely sister of St. Mary of Oregon, also where I spent 12 years. And they've known me since before I was born.
Okay.
So to have them in the city with me and be able to take them to dinner and introduce them
Oh
to
my
friends in their little habits and so adorable.
Oh,
Right.
You know, they always wear their habits. These are
Yes.
these are awesome
Right.
nuns. As a matter of fact, I flew them back to Derby. I flew Sister Juliana and John Therese to Derby in 1993.
Oh,
And they wore their habits to the track.
Oh,
that's
wow.
And let me tell you,
fantastic.
they got a reaction.
I bet you.
I'll
But
bet.
my favorite reaction was the guy who's
Did
come
they
up
have
and
them enjoy
say, "Sister, just touch my program.
Doesn't that sound familiar? Yes.
Tell
Thought
me
he
who to
would.
bet on, sister." And she said, "I'm sorry, dear, we can't do that, but we'll pray for you." And
Sweet.
Dinwiddie
good.
Lampton fell in love with them.
Oh my.
And this is a story too. I've got millions of nun stories, but this is a
They are
story that's
good.
precious. It really is. Dinwiddie Lampton met the sisters at the track on Derby Day and was so enchanted with them that he invited them to come to Hardscuffle on Sunday afternoon.
Oh.
Now, we who live in Louisville know that Derby guests and fish start to stink after 3 days. So
Thank you.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you want them
lot.
out of there on Sunday,
Yeah.
and everybody collapses on Sunday after brunch, and nobody goes out until Monday.
Yeah,
Right.
at
And
least.
to invite people to come to the farm
Yes.
and enjoy the beautiful day
Wow.
because they were nuns, and he had great respect for them, and we had a wonderful time.
That's-
Oh,
yes.
He took
That's
us in a
great.
carriage. We toured the
how
farm.
nice.
Just had such a lovely visit. So,
Yeah.
you know, and I've got millions kinds of nun stories, and I was part of the sodality of Mary, as probably many of you were too, when I was in school. And as an adult, I've maintained my practice of my faith. And, for periods of my life, I've gotten up and gone to Mass in the morning on a regular basis.
I've seen you there. I've seen you there.
So you can
I
vouch for me.
I can.
That's right. In case anybody asks, just check with Joyce.
She's been there.
But I also see you guys come in Mass sometimes. You guys come in as a group, Queen's Daughters,
right.
when you're
Yes.
having some sort of a meeting.
We do.
So
Right.
tell
Before
us
our
about
board
that.
meeting.
Tell us about that.
But
'cause
you
that
know
looks
what?
like fun.
You know what? 8:30 a.m. Mass at St. Francis of Rome was too early for me.
What?
So as
Are you
president,
staying up all night or what?
so as president, I moved it to St. Margaret Mary.
Oh, you stink
Oh.
So
fun.
our meetings are at 10 a.m. and Mass is at noon, and we get a much bigger crowd.
And what day is that? Is that like once a month
Monday
that
through
you do
Friday?
this?
No, whenever our
It's
board
usually a
meeting.
Thursday,
It's usually a
most times.
Thursday. We're
Okay.
having one November 7th.
Oh,
You just need to have them here and have coffee in the morning.
Mass.
I bet you money that you could get Jerry
Not
Eifert to
Mass,
come in and
but-
celebrate Mass.
Yeah.
Mass on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
we-
missal
Mass
will
on the go.
travel.
We
Yes.
do
Yes.
actually
Yeah.
have Mass at our meetings. When we have our
See?
general meetings,
Our general
we
meeting.
do have Mass. Father B.J. Breen comes in, and
He's our
See?
chaplain.
That's the way it works. It doesn't have to
and
be
we
in
have
a
Mass.
church.
Yeah,
That's pretty
right.
awesome. I like,
Yeah.
it's fun, and I can just have to call attention to the fact that not everybody here is drinking coffee or water.
Oh
I
gosh.
won't call attention to anyone
Everybody's
in
probably gonna be,
particular,
oh, it's
but
Canop.
somebody's got some beer coffee going
Right.
on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because it's
okay.
it's 4 beer
Way to
30.
do it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Not me.
But Mary,
I'm
I
not a
think
beer drinker. I'm not a
that
beer
was
drinker.
that
Not
was
you.
a segue.
Yeah.
That's
What
what's
we
called
offer.
a segue
Oh,
to
which is good,
Mary.
what they have here.
To
Yeah.
Mary Fonte, so she can talk about all the
Well,
offerings
it
at
is
Fonte's.
Fonte's Coffee House, but we also offer beer and wine. We have different bourbons and liquors. Yellowstone is a big one for us. And mixed
You make
drinks.
cocktails.
Yeah,
Cocktails. I had an
And we're
old
going to have
fashioned.
sangria at the party.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's lovely.
We're doing
Yes.
a special sangria.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Wednesday night is the actual event that
Yes.
we're promoting
Right.
right
That's
now.
right.
So,
Absolutely.
So we
2
got,
nights
we got,
away.
yeah, we got to talk about that a
We
little bit.
want
You
everybody
probably
to
have
come.
something to do with the planning.
Oh,
You're very
just
creative.
helping out Joyce, and we've had some fun, and
Just a
we
few
all-
emails. That's
Yeah,
all.
and I
all
thought
Caroline
Fonte's
does.
would be a great
And a
spot
couple
to do
meltdowns.
it.
She,
and-
couple
she gets
meltdowns.
on the elliptical at
Yeah,
the
sorry
J,
about
at the Jewish Community Center.
It
and
all
she,
comes
she
out.
voice dictates emails as she
That's where it all
exercises.
happens, Tara. You know it.
I
It
get
all
I get
happens.
emails from Caroline at 5:30 in the morning.
Absolutely. She's,
What in the world is wrong with this woman?
she must go to bed at 8.
She's very productive.
Actually,
So Martha Bloom is watching. Bunny Zeller
Oh,
from Animal Care
love
Society.
Martha.
My great Republican friend Robert Hatfield is watching. One of the few. Will Adams, but the true one. Will Adams, I love you. Thank you for watching. Linda Schuster of Q, the agency, has tuned in. Don Walker Pendleton, Wendy Lovelace, Kip Wilson, Rick O'Daniel Munger is here. Thank you.
Ah, Rick. Hi,
Hannah
Rick.
Truxell of the Farm League is here. The Humane League, sorry. Judy Foster, great animal rescuer. Denise Favre, happy birthday to me. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. So all of you guys who are watching, Melissa Garriott, thank you for tuning in. This is a group called Queen's Daughters, and it's kind of cool because, you know, if you want opportunities for service and you're not quite sure where to go, a lot of times you'll go to your church. If you're a churchgoer, you go to your church and you say, you
How
know,
can I get involved?
can I read? You know, can I read one of the readings? Can I help give out, you know, communion? Can I stand at the door and hand out, you know, programs? Whatever we're going to do, is there a way that I can be of service? This is a great opportunity to do it.
Right.
Right, absolutely.
And in fact, we did. We branched out and we went to supplies overseas.
Now that's
Which
nice. Tell
it
us a
was
little bit
so
about that.
fun.
I heard this announced in Mass on Sunday, actually.
Yeah, we went. There were about 20 of us that went over there, and because I like to socialize. The women like to socialize, but especially the younger ones
Right.
are busy. They want to do something while they socialize. So
Yeah.
this is something that brings you together, and
Yes.
we whatever you call it, we uncrated a whole bin and separated it, and
That's
we
so
had
organized.
it was called Sip and Sort though, so
Oh,
we
that's
had a little
good.
wine too.
Oh, Susan was there, I'm
Imagine
sure.
that.
So that kind of attracted us too. Isn't that pitiful?
Poor
Yes,
Susan.
but you know what? Before we sign off, you know what everybody remembers us by. Queen's Daughters fashion show.
Oh
Right.
Lord,
I
tell
was
us
gonna
about
Oh
the
my
ask
fashion show.
God.
You know, there's the fashion model of the century.
She
right
was. She
there.
was
Oh my
it.
goodness.
Oh
You
my
are
God,
so
Judge
hilarious.
Deborah DeWeese just tuned in. Hi, Deb.
But yeah, and
The fashion show.
Barbara-
Ways you raise money. Honey.
Well,
That's
the funny
the way.
thing is,
The big-
Yeah, that's our
is
fundraiser.
with this fashion show that Joyce is about to talk about that
Yes.
when it comes in 2020, how this is just really hilarious. When Joyce came to me, I said, "Oh, my mom is going to be so excited. She'll finally understand what I do for a living."
Oh Lord.
So I
isn't
said,
that
"Mom,
funny?
I'm doing an event with Queen's Daughter." Usually, everything I do goes in and out of an ear.
Yeah.
Mom, yeah, I had a beer fest this weekend. I had that. I did this and that. Oh,
Got her attention
Queen's
now.
daughter. My
Queen's
mom was a
You are
Queen's
now
daughter.
the child.
Yeah, exactly. So my mom and Aunt Marilyn can't wait to come because Aunt Marilyn's still an active Queen's daughter.
I love it.
And my grandmother was a Queen's daughter, and my great grandmother was.
Wow.
So Dee Dee used to model at the fashion shows.
Isn't that funny?
My mom. So
I thought you
Well-
did too. Weren't you a child model?
no.
No, but I'll tell you what she did. She modeled recently at a
No,
pretty
talk-
fabulous show.
What was it?
Oh, the
And
bespoke
she-
Louisville.
The bespoke Louisville, and she rocked the runway.
I'm
I
sure.
bet.
So you must
I
have
was a
her.
bull. I was.
She was-
Forrest
she
the
had
bull.
horns.
Were you there, Barbara?
No, but
I
you
wasn't.
need to be in
But
this
we're-
year's.
We will get you
You
for this
definitely-
year's fashion show.
And I will be happy to
Uh-oh.
offer my
Uh-oh.
services to
Joyce,
hand
oh
out
my
programs or whatever else you need me to do. I love that. Jerry Bloom of WHAS Radio is watching. Alan
Jerry.
Jenkins. Hey, Jerry, I love you.
Yeah.
So it's my birthday, guys, and I decided I wanted to have a fabulous group of women celebrate my birthday with me. I've been celebrating all weekend, actually. And I had like 30 people at my house the other night. Look at this.
And
I
Joyce
got
gave us
presents. Joyce, hand them over.
I
Come
know.
on.
Are we not going to open? I
I
thought
was
we
going
might
to say,
share.
I'll open it. Yeah, you give me a gift that you eat. That's really, what is that
Don't do
called?
that.
There's some name for a gift that benefits
I'm
the
not
giver.
taking it back. I'm not taking it. That's an
You might not be
Indian
able
gift.
to open
I
it.
don't know, there's some
Save it.
name.
Save it.
Joyce, I'm
just wanted to-
thinking that this, I'm thinking,
Katie.
hey,
And you know
can
what?
you
The
open
thing
this
is,
bag for me? I told the guy in the
Strong,
back.
strong,
I told
strong
the guy in
hand.
the back that
Let's
he
hope
was
he
going to
can
be a
open
great help for this show. And look at this. Watch
that's
watch the way he does this.
No
He's gonna-
scissors?
Just use your
We're
teeth.
getting some scissors.
Use your teeth. It's
Oh,
okay.
never. Then a sequel probably. You know,
Look
that
at
would be
him.
good.
He's yeah, get something sharp.
Isn't that weird? Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
Right
go.
here.
Look at this.
Here we
Here,
go.
I'll let the
Yeah.
guy
There you
do
go.
it. He's so
Oh,
good.
thank you. You're so
Oh,
sweet.
look
I
at
need
you. You
this.
can have one too. Dig one
Oh,
out.
yeah. Look at that.
They're really good. Thanks, darling. I
Thank you.
appreciate you so much. Look at this. Oh, let's see. They're individually wrapped.
Yeah.
So let's just pass them down.
Whoops, all
Okay.
right. I'll keep one of you pass.
Whoops, I
I
missed
kind
you.
of grew.
Here, ready?
I know it.
Mine
Wait.
we
and
got 'em.
candy.
Ooh.
I'm not good.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
gonna be
them.
exciting.
Mint
Thank
patty.
He's got one.
Thanks,
Here,
Tara.
you
So-
go
Oh,
here.
you need one.
So Linda
put it in
Chase,
a
Linda
PR
Chase
bag.
Mattingly just tuned in. Cheryl Poling, Mari Eisterman, my friend, my lifelong friend from Oregon. Thanks for tuning in, Mari. Priscilla McIntosh is watching, friend of all of yours, I know. So I decided to spend my birthday here at Fonte's Coffee House, which is a delightful place to come.
That's
It is.
back
For
there. I
coffee
don't
in the
know.
morning or beer coffee in the
I don't know.
afternoon, depending.
I think
And
somebody's
if
already
you're
been there.
interested
I
in
don't know.
participating in a wonderful service organization in the Catholic Church, Queen's
pour it in the
Daughters
coffee.
happens to be a great one. So I have to ask the question. Do you have to be Catholic to be part of Queen's Daughters?
No.
There you go. See, you don't have to be Jewish to work out at the J either.
No, of course not.
You know, I
Absolutely.
always ask that question because people think
right.
They
you
sure
can't go to
do.
the Jewish
No.
Community Center if you're not Jewish. Not true.
Nope. Nope.
Don't have to be Catholic to be a part of Queen's Daughters.
That's right.
I know. So it's
So
fun.
what are
Can't
the
you tell we're having
requirements?
fun?
What are the requirements and what are the commitments?
That's the other
actually?
thing.
There
It's
are no
30
requirements,
No,
obviously.
just sign up. No, but it's
Have
$30. $30. Just
Dues.
For annual
$30
dues?
what?
for
$30
dues. Your dues are $30.
Very reasonable.
30, very reasonable.
$30.
And then we have 3 general meetings, which are fun.
day.
We always have entertainment with it. And you pay for your lunch, which is usually about $22.
Well, they get to come to events like Wednesday,
And
where
Wednesday,
there's
yeah, right.
sangria and food.
We're
by
going to do
Fonte's
several more meet and greets and evening meetings, and it's just sisters. It's a, you know, it is.
It's a fun group of women, and I think once you come to the group and you meet the women, they're all very open and welcoming. You don't feel like a stranger.
It's kind of like a sorority,
Yeah.
actually.
Good.
Plus, we do a card party in the fall. You just missed that. That
Right.
was last week.
Oh boy.
It's a fun fest. We play poker. bridge, gin rummy, whatever you want to play. But
Wow.
just come and have fun.
That does sound like fun.
And then
Well,
we do still have mass before we eat lunch.
occasionally.
Of course.
So
Not at the card party.
So besides the card party and the fashion show, how else do you raise funds?
Those are our primary
Right,
fundraisers.
okay.
those are the
And the
ones you have to
fashion
hit, and the
Right.
fashion
And the
show.
fashion show.
The fashion show is the big one.
big
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we raise
When
the bulk
are
of our
we going
money.
to do the fashion show?
It will be on March 17th
Oh,
this year,
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that'd be a good day.
Awesome.
And Dillard's is going to be helping us again this year with all the
Excellent.
fashion.
Good
Is
choice.
it at Olmsted? Or
And it'll be at the Olmsted.
Okay.
Oh, even
Excellent.
better.
I love Suanna Masterson.
I
So-
just love the
She's
Olmsted.
awesome.
That's the coolest
Hi,
venue in
Savannah.
the city.
It is.
One of many, but God, I just love it. So when you want to join Queen's Daughters, is there an online thing that we go to? Do we call? How do we get to be members? What's the easiest way, Barbara?
We're setting up
You
online right now.
see, you're
And
coming
working
into
on their
the
website.
Right.
you're
Right
coming
now.
into the 21st century.
Right.
That's what you and I
I'm
talked
telling
about.
the yes, that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to. We're.
That's what they need.
It
Working
takes a little
towards that,
time,
yeah.
but we just
That's
got
right.
our credit cards.
Oh, that's it. Oh Lord.
But that's what you need
That's
to
a
set up your
bad
website.
thing.
There's your beer.
Here, Susan, beer, coffee. Help yourself.
That's really beer.
Not that Susan was the one who ordered the
It's
beer
a coffee stout.
No,
Makes sense.
coffee stout.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Caroline, the queen of all alcoholic beverages, she does more support of companies that produce and distilleries, and she just knows the business, is what I'm saying.
It's a lot of fun.
And she
It
also
is.
sings in professionally, and her husband Beckman is one of the premier bartenders
I
to be
know.
found any place, and has had many of his own wonderful establishments. And Caroline's just a
Lot of
big
fun.
supporter of the fun industry
Yeah.
in town. You know, everything she
Absolutely.
does is simply PR
And of course, grassroots. With
and very grassroots.
Mainly nonprofit is
Yeah.
kind of what I do. Is
Yeah,
all
you and me
grassroots.
both.
Exactly.
So,
we get along so well.
Tracy
We're always
Sproul's
working
just
together.
tuned in. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, Tracy. Tracy is the owner of Tiny Heroes miniature therapy horses,
Oh.
one of whom she named after my mother.
Oh,
And it was so sweet. She called her Dusty Rose after Rosanna.
Nice.
Because my mother was there for the mating ceremony
wow.
unexpectedly while we were dining next to the
Oh boy.
This
You
is
and your
more and
mom.
more
I
She was,
love that.
she was hugely embarrassed for my mother, and my mother said, "Honey, it's just nature."
Oh, that's cute.
So the baby came along 11 months later and became Dusty Rose, which was really cute.
Love that.
But
That's
so
really
Tracy, thank you for being my sister and for being there for me. And you know, you stop and you think about all the people who really matter in your life as you age, especially. And on a day like today, you know, you hit a milestone birthday and you think, man, I'm lucky to be alive. Not only because you're just lucky to be alive, but because you know you've gone through some things that have really taken the potential for taking time away or taking your life away. And I can say, you know, and I say it very openly, there's nothing about me really that's hidden. I'm completely transparent about everything. One of the things I'm really proud of is my Catholic faith.
Right.
And one of the things, and as bad, as foul-mouthed as I can be at times, because I can swear with the best of them. Let me tell you, I ask for forgiveness, and I also have a great dedication to the Blessed Mother. And so I think one of the things that people really would like to know more about, if one of you guys want to just give a little Mary lesson, I think it'd be kind of fun. Barbara,
She just got back from.
Oh, gee.
where'd you go?
Tell,
Well, I just got back from the Holy Land.
Oh, that's so
But I've also
beautiful.
been to Medjugorje and
Me
Fatima
too.
and Lourdes.
Medjugorje was unbelievable.
All of the
It is
miraculous
unbelievable.
sights.
Yeah.
So tell us about the miracles that are associated with Mary, because I don't know that a lot of people really comprehend what it means when you say, you know, the miracles, because people don't really understand what Mary's role in
Well,
miracles
you know,
is.
I have to say, it's not the miracles that impress me.
What is it?
When you go to Medjugorje,
simple.
you feel a sense of peace.
Yes.
It's like everything in the world is perfect. You see all these people from all around the world. They're getting along together. They're going to Mass. They're going to confession. It's just a supreme sense of peace.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's not the, you know, the first time I went, I tried to climb the hill.
No.
I only made it to the first stop. But I realized that it wasn't the climbing of the hill or
Wasn't
the
the step,
climbing
yeah.
of the mountains. It was being there.
Yes.
Wow.
and being with the people. And I was having a hard time getting back down. And this woman from another group who could not even speak English came over to me, and she grabbed my arm and she just pointed, like, follow my foot. I'll show you where to go.
Oh, isn't that
And
beautiful?
she helped me get back down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible experiences like that.
The little things that
To
count.
me,
That's right.
Stuff like that.
it's not whether the sun is spinning or your groceries turning gold or things like that. That's not what Mary's trying to teach us. Mary is trying to bring us closer to her son. If we love her, then we become closer to Jesus. And that's what it's all about. She wants to lead us to him
That's right.
and to walk with her. And I mean, I wear these medals. One's from Medjugorje and one's from Lourdes.
Miraculous.
But to me, they are just, it's like she's walking with me every day. And I can't tell you the times when I've been unsure about something. And it's like, okay, give it over to Mary. And she will help you figure it out. And you get a sense of peace. If we can just let go
Yeah.
and let her intercede for us, she'll,
It's true.
she'll talk to God. She's our mother. And what mother doesn't have, supreme love for their child?
Well, they talk about the kingdom of heaven, and and God being the King of heaven, and Mary being the Queen of heaven. And the fact of the matter is, the Queen's daughters have a very specific role in giving others the
Representing.
opportunity to be representing
Absolutely.
and learning about the things that hopefully will take us to the next level, the next plane, and whatever you decide your higher power is going to be. Whether it's in a 12-step program, which is always referred to as the higher power,
Yes.
whether it's in the form of Buddha, or whether it's in the form of God, or whether it's
Absolutely.
anything that you consider the universe, consider to be your higher power. The only thing that I think people just really cannot dispute is that there's got to be something bigger than we are, or we wouldn't be here.
Right.
Unless you are just a
purpose.
believer in spontaneous evolution, where it started from from a bug,
Bang.
and then the Big Bang. But whatever it is that you believe, I mean, these are good people who are doing good things, and that's why I love to feature stories on Take It From Tara. From all different walks of life, from people of all different belief systems and persuasions, and everything that is different and unique in this world is something to be explored, not condemned. And everything that is focusing on something good is to be celebrated. And that's why I'm so glad that you guys were able to be with us today, because it's a celebratory day on so many levels. And
You're
I really
the best.
appreciate it. You're the best.
You're the best.
No, you're the best.
No,
Leanne
we're
Saylor
thrilled
is-
to be here.
Yeah, we
And
are. We really
Leanne
appreciate it.
Saylor is watching,
Her
who I
husband's a Knights of
absolutely
Columbus,
love.
Mike Saylor.
And Kelly
Yeah.
Denham is
Leanne,
watching.
yeah.
One of my high school classmates, Linda Hillenbrand, is watching. Who's a great friend. Pam Lead is watching. Appreciate you guys so much. This has been just a great show, and I owe both
Thank
of
you. Thank you.
a great deal of gratitude for doing it. So thank you.
yeah,
Tell us
Tara.
about Wednesday night real quick, because I want to make sure that everybody knows where to come, how to get here, what they have to do.
Yes, it's at Fonte's, where we are right now on location. Some of the people don't know where Fonte's is, believe it or not. So you do know that they share the parking lot. I always say that with Lemieux. So if you can figure out where, I'm sure most of you know where KT
We are
is.
located at the corner of Etley and Grinstead Drive, 2501 Grinstead Drive, across from Cherokee Golf Course. So right there where the busy intersection comes in for 64.
And you share that parking lot.
And we do have a large parking amount.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's from 5 to 7. And we're going to just have drinks and fun and socialize, and you can learn from the other Queen's daughters that'll be here what we are all about, and we'd love for you to join. We're going to have membership forms with us.
and drawings for prizes.
Yeah,
Drawing
raffle
for-
prizes, little treats like Mary mentioned for the first 60 people that come. Sangria, some small craft bites by Fonte. I don't know how long they'll last, so don't quote me on that. And we welcome all to come and learn
Don't
about
forget
Queen's Daughter.
Sacred Heart's ukulele
And you
band.
can raffle.
Sacred Hearts?
Oh yes, Sacred Heart Model School, the ukulele group, will be performing from 5 to 5:30. So they will be here
5 to
right at the
5:30.
early part
Okay.
of the evening, 5 to 5:30. And they're really sweet and awesome.
Yeah.
Laura Malillo, Barnum's daughter, is one of them, Brooks.
You
It'll
guys
be
did such a
fun.
great job. All right, we're going to close today with a very special birthday greeting to me that I'm going to share with you, and I hope you're going to be able to hear it because it's really something. To